Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kindness. I am a Nigerian who lives and works in Lithuania. Guys, recently I've been seeing all the stories on our Foreigners in Vilnius page of foreigners that actually live in Lithuania and they are getting crazy jobs that don't want to pay them, that maltreating them, just doing the most to these foreigners, and some of them don't even know what to do, right? Guys, I have my own personal share of this kind of things back in the day when I moved to Lithuania, and today I'm gonna share with you a story, my own story time, and also how can you report those companies or those jobs right now in Lithuania, okay? So let's get right into the video while I tell you my story and what we can do about these evil people that we have to deal with. All right. So I moved to Lithuania in 2015, and after some time I got a job as a kitchen assistant in this company. So the school had a canteen and I was supposed to work in the kitchen as a cleaner, you know, washing plates and stuff like that. So I started this job, and I think probably I should have noticed the first sign in the beginning because they didn't have any contract for me to sign, right? You need to pay attention to that, right? I started this job, no contract. They told me this is how much they're gonna pay me. They're gonna pay me by hand. Again, another sign, they're gonna pay you by hand, not by the bank account. At the job, I'll be working in this kitchen. They gave me the working times, and because this was a school, my working times were like 4:30 a.m. Guys, 4:30 a.m. You need to get ready, go to this job. And in the winter season, guys, the winter season in Lithuania is not a joke. The winter season in Lithuania is not a joke, and that was when I got this job. It was very, very harsh time, and I had to wake up that early to go to the job. So I remember the lady that employed me, the owner of this, so the lady, the manager, the owner of the company, she provides this service to many schools, and she hires people to work in those schools as kitchen assistants. So she has like cooks, she has like cleaners, she has like different people selling different things. So she has certain different kind of employees under her company. So I was hired as one of those kitchen assistants. So I remember when I started, I was like, hey, I need to sign a contract that I cannot start a job. I think for me in that beginning, that's at least one thing that I've always known, that you need to at least sign a contract. Finally, she drafted something and gave me a contract. When you don't have a contract in Lithuania, it means that you're not in the system. It cannot show that you're working in Lithuania. So for me, I wanted to show that I was an employed person in Lithuania at that time. So she did everything and got me an employment contract, which was on a part-time basis, right? We agreed that I'm gonna be working part-time. In the beginning, that was this contract that we are signing. We agreed how much we are gonna pay and what are the do's and don'ts, the terms and conditions, and the contract details, right? I signed this contract with this woman, hoping that everything is gonna be fine. I'm excited. It's my first job. Not that I was excited. I wasn't excited. It was too cold to be in the job anyway. But at least I have a job. I can pay for my rent. I can buy food. At least I have money coming in, right? For me, that's fine. And I'm someone that loves working. Like, I love working. I'm very handy. So for me, I was excited. I'm gonna have something doing. I was excited. And guys, it's not now that we have a lot of jobs in Lithuania. Back in the day, if you get one job, yeah, you are balling. You've conquered the world. You've conquered the world, basically. You've conquered. So then imagine me getting that job when I had arrived in Lithuania. The first month, I started for the first few weeks, you know, coming excited, cleaning everything. And then remember I said that this job, we had different people doing different things. So I was not the only kitchen assistant there, probably 3 of them. But guys, you will not believe what will happen, right? When it's time for kitchen assistants to clean, because there are rush hours during the breaks and stuff like that, right? What happens is that my fellow kitchen assistants, right, they would only work during the rush hour period. So if let's say that when those times students are coming for lunch, that's when they are working. Once the students stop coming for lunch, there's still a pile of plates. There's still floors to clean. There's so many things to clean. You guys, do you know what these people will do? They will go outside and be having conversations. They will leave me completely to do those things myself. At first, I was very confused. I was like, okay, what is going on? Is this like natural? And then I didn't really understand, because again, I was the only foreigner in this tiny job that I was doing back in the day. But also we were only women there. So like things were not, it didn't feel right the first time, but it continued after that. So, you know, this started to happen day 1, day 2, like day 3, they will go outside. When the rush hours finish, they will go and they will leave me to do all the things. And guys, I was working so hard. Being a kitchen assistant is not a joke. It's not a joke, especially when that kitchen does not even have what is it called, dishwasher, which means every single plate must go through you to go to the counter. Every single plate, every single fork, every single spoon, every single thing, and then I had to clean on top. All right, so when this thing started to happen, week 1, week 2, okay, so I complained to them. I was like, hey, that I'm noticing that this thing is happening. Like, can we agree? Yes, if you want me to wash all the plates, okay, then can you clean? Can you clean? Because I have to wash and I also have to clean. And guys, I'm talking about a full school. It's a lot of work. So I was like, this is too much for me, that I don't like it, since we are all employed to do the same job. And later found out, first of all, that they were paying those people more than they were paying me, but we are doing the same job. I think how I found out is we had hired someone new. We had hired someone new to join the team, also to join the kitchen as a kitchen assistant. And I saw the contract she was signing, and I saw that the person was making, they were paying that person a salary more than mine, but we were supposed to do the same job. Then they will not even do the job. They will start talking and chatting and relaxing when we are supposed to work. So I made the complaint. I was like, hey, this is not cool. Can we talk about division of labor here? We talked about it, and the moment I talked about it, it was like I was the bandit. Is it bandit? I was the bad employee in that place. It even became worse. It became worse for me that when they started to give lunch, they were just mishandling my lunch from then on, maltreated in some way in that place, and it wasn't fair. I was not feeling good anymore. First of all, I'm doing a lot of work, and then I will not even have proper lunch. Like, they can literally, when it's lunch, because we're working in the kitchen assistant, so we had lunch provided for us, but then they will not even give me lunch on time anymore because I had to work. So anyway, this thing continued. It was so hard and it was so sad for me. And one day the owner, I remember the woman that employed me, she came and I told her, hey, this is what is going on here. See what is me thinking, yeah, that because she's the owner, she's going to sympathize with me, she's going to call everybody to order. I wish. I told her what happened. I said, hey, look what is happening when it's not happening. That let's talk about how to divide the work, because this is quite too much for me. And guys, remember, I work very early and I have to go to school after work, right? I have to go to university after work. And imagine this kind of thing. It was a lot. So I told her when she came, one day she came, I was like, hey, look at what is happening. Guys, do you know this woman? God, I've suffered. This woman just told me that no, that everything is fine, that this is how it works, that I should be doing those work, that no, these people are doing different things. But I was like, but you told me this person is kitchen assistant, but I'm telling you that they're not doing anything. And she asked them, and all of them said that they were working. Hey, Jesus. Guys, how will I, like, you're the only person, there's nobody that is standing with you to even help. It was only one lady that at least was in that job that was probably sympathetic with me, that she would sometimes try to help me, but obviously she was friends with all the other people, so she couldn't do much and she couldn't tell the truth to the owner. So guys, it was really bad, and the owner, she did not do anything. She told me that that's how they work here, that the person that is hired last should do the more job, which, help me, it doesn't make any sense, guys. Does that make any sense? Also, I said, if that's the case, then I'm not the last person hired. There's a last person hired. Why is the person not doing any job? You know, she was just making all these excuses. So it continued. Month 1 went by. Month 2 came by. Month 3, it was the same thing. I would complain. She would tell me that everything is fine. It's not like that. That I should focus on my job. Blah blah blah. And guys, I'm a very hardworking person. So this is not me being lazy. No, I'm very hardworking. Month 3 has reached, guys. It was getting here, like it started from my throat to my neck, and then it was getting here, like here, literally here, guys. It was getting here, very bad. So I said, nah, this is too much. And then I started to notice that this was affecting my health. No, I think I worked in that job for maybe like 4 months or so. It was getting to my health. I was tired. I couldn't focus at school. I was stressed. And guys, the struggles that international students face in foreign countries, I don't even think we should talk about it in this video, but one day let us talk about it, because you are expected to bring your best to school, but you have other factors really out to get you, right? But let's not talk about it in this video. Anyway, on the last month, I remember the last month that I was working, I can't remember exactly how long I worked in that job, but definitely more than 3 months. At the last month, I was like, when everything was just getting really bad and things were not changing at all, then this thing started to affect my health. I was getting sick, I was getting tired. It was really bad. It was so bad. And I remember this day, I was not feeling well. So I called very early in the morning. I called and I said, they knew that I was not feeling well that week because they obviously could see me. I was not feeling well. So the next day I called, and this is why you should always get a contract, guys. This is why you should always get a contract, because if you get a contract in Lithuania, it means that you are registered in Sodra and they can pay you for sick leave. So if your company pays you, usually most companies pay you for the first 2 days, and the third day Sodra starts to pay you. But if you don't even have any contract, you're not in the system, nobody pays you anything, you're just sick for nothing. So Sodra this is the system we have here that literally makes sure that the employee gets paid if they're sick, right? So this is why you should get a contract. Always get a contract when you get a new job. All right, so this day I had already been working for a few days, not feeling well. This final day, I woke up that morning, my body could not, like my eyes, I couldn't open my eyes. It was really bad. I called that morning. I was like, hey guys, I'm not feeling very well. I cannot come that day to work. Oh my God. The lady that spoke to me, she was like, oh, it's okay, she understands that. And next thing, I guess she called the owner to let them know that I will not be showing up. The owner called me that I have to come to the work. That what do I want them to do? That there's nobody to work. I remember in Lithuania you can take a sick leave, right? She said no, that I have to come to work, that if I don't, that I must show up at this work today. If I don't show up at the work, that they will fire me. I was like, eh? Now wow, this is a very serious matter. I was like, okay, let me get ready and go to work. I got ready, wore my clothes, very sick, guys. I was very sick. I got to job, and so my plan that day I got to job, I was like, these people don't understand that my health is important at all, with all the craziness going on for this past few months, that I have to quit. So I came to the job that day planning that I will work on that day. Once the owner usually comes in the afternoon. She comes in that afternoon to see me too. She even came to warn me why I didn't come to the job. Why was I sick? She came, I was like, I'm sorry, but today that I have to quit the job, that I have to quit, that I don't want to work anymore, that I can't believe that I was sick. I told them that I was sick, and what they could tell is that I must come to job, otherwise that I'll get fired. So I said, today that let me quit. In Lithuania, when you want to quit, you need to give 20 days notice. No, I went back to the kitchen to continue to work in all this hard work. Now all of them are there. Guys, anyway, this was what was going on that day. Guys, I just went back to work. I mean, the last time my body, like I was having blood vision. I was getting tired. I was just losing my breath, right? And all of a sudden I collapsed in this job. And I think that was when they knew how serious my health had gotten, like what I was telling them in the morning, how serious it was. And you know, they called me an ambulance immediately, and the ambulance took me to the hospital. And then the story was long and long. I stayed at the hospital and get back. Do you know, guys, this is not even, I stayed at the hospital, got treated and everything. I think I stayed there for maybe a week or a couple of days. And then I came back to this crazy job. I had that day, I said that I was gonna quit on that day. However, I had not quit. I had not finished my job, and I collapsed in the job, which means I have sick leave. I am still an employee of that job. I did not sign the contract that is my last day. I did not sign out. I just told her that I would like today to be my last day, but she told me she should go back to the kitchen and start working. Let us finalize that conversation afterwards. Do you know, when I came back from the hospital, I called them. I was like, hey, that I'm back from the hospital. I would like to get my salary, and I would like to now sign off. I'm done with them. Do you know what? Do you know what this woman told me? That day that I was sick, she has ended my contract. So which means she's not gonna pay me for any sick leave. They did not pay me for any sick leave, and that she will not even pay me for that day that I fainted, that I collapsed in the office, in the job. God. I didn't know what to do. I was still new. I called my friend. I was like, hey, what kind of thing is this? Guys, this is back in 2015. This is a long time ago, yeah? Things were not very clear. I didn't even know a bit of Lithuanian then. It was terrible, right? I didn't know what to do. And this woman, she only told me this, how much she's gonna pay me. She's not gonna do anything, that she has cancelled my contract. I checked my Sodra account, everything is cancelled. I'm not an employee anymore. I'm jobless, basically, unemployed at this point. I'm unemployed. And that's how this woman did not pay my sick leave, did all these things to me. I went to the hospital, and that was how I stopped working there. This was a horrific experience. Obviously, I'm telling it now lightly because in fact it's funny to me right now. But it was really bad, and this is one experience that I never forget. But I see a lot of people that still go through the same things today, and that's why I'm making this video. Guys, one thing that you need to know is to collect your work contract. Get a contract from those people. Read, not only get a contract, read what is in that contract. read what is in there. When that person goes against what is in there, if you don't know how to read your contract, if you don't know how to understand what is there, please ask them to speak to their HRO. Find out from people that have worked in that job to understand what that contract is. Ask questions. Ask the people hiring you questions. Oh, I see this in my contract. What does it mean? Oh, I see this in this place. What does it mean? Could you explain this? Ask questions. Don't sign a contract that you don't even know what you're signing. And then when something happens, they'll tell you, oh, but it's not in your contract. So please read your contract and know what is in there and sign. You can report such companies, such businesses right now to our labor law offices, to the employment service companies or organizations that we have here, which I'm very happy. And most of those companies, they get fined. In fact, once you report them, in fact, once you tell them, hey, I'm gonna once they know that you can report them, they will not even try it with you. They will settle amicably. Please stay away from those companies, and if you cannot stay away from those companies, make sure that you know what your contract says so that you know what is liable to you and what you can fight with. Okay? And if you know your rights, guys, know your rights. You can read some of your rights on the migration.lt website. Read some of those things. Read some of the websites, which I'm going to include in the description box. Read some of them. Know the things that are your rights as an employee in Lithuania, right? Know those things and don't let anybody shabu you up, okay? Before you report them, make sure you have your evidences of the issue, right? Have your evidences. If it's to take a picture, if it's to grab something, if it's to record it on the day it happened, record it in your journal, write a note, take a picture, make a video. Please always have evidence, because when you go to report it, obviously they tell you to submit evidences and stuff like that, and it can take some time for the company, for the investigation to be completed and for them to get fined. So yeah, that was my story time today. It happened to me and I don't want it to happen to you at all. Please read your contract and know what rights you have. Read about the law. Know what rights you have as an employee here. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. It's my first story time. I have a lot of stories to tell in Lithuania, and I don't know if you want to hear more about it, but yeah, I just wanted to share this one. I don't want you guys to get into trouble because it's your first job in Lithuania. You don't know your left for your right, you don't know what to do, so please be mindful of those things. Yeah, and please like this video. If you're watching as well and you're new in Lithuania, what else should they look out for when they're looking for their first jobs? You know, what are the telltale signs for them to avoid? Yeah, please like, subscribe and comment below, and I'll see you in my next video, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.